So, one of my favorite things last season was the relationship between MG and Caleb. Are we gonna explore that a little more in season 2?
Oh, definitely. Well, you gotta think, man, this dude, first he just murdered a guy, okay? MG just murdered a guy. And then he saved a bunch of dudes, right? And now, like what does that do to life? You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot to happen. And then after it all, you know, and throughout it all, like Caleb was the one dude to say like, hey, like I'm here for you, like let's do this. So we're definitely gonna explore, you know, how that bond evolves. You know? Yeah.
I love the moment that was like, if you don't accept them, then you can't be family. Do you think there's hope for them to repair that relationship and to accept it?
You know, I really hope so, because here's the thing, MG can make a choice about where he's going to put his energy at, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he still wants his mom, you know? So I think that'll be up to mom, honestly, to come at him with the correct energy, but now she's got to choose between Triad and her son, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm hoping for that. I am hoping.
How did you like seeing MG grow into a leadership role at the school and in the vampire community throughout the season?
Oh, it was dope, man. I mean, because you go from like the moment of seeing him like lose the election, you know what I mean, to him like shooting out orders and stuff to take it over. So I think it's really nice. I think we still have more room to explore as far as him coming into like different power stances. You know what I mean? Developing that not just a reaction to an inciting event, but just having that kind of power in his stance overall, but still be the endearing, bumbling MG that we love. You know what I mean? Quincy's excited to see that.
What are his major obstacles going to be this season?
This season, it'll be just the lashback from everything that's happened. You know, how everything has affected his mentality along with his social stand. You know what I mean? And just figuring out how to mitigate that. I feel like Caleb will play a really strong role in that, because it'll be his constant while he's trying to learn these different things about himself and make the necessary changes.
Can you talk how is going to be the dynamic of the school without hope?
Oh man, I mean, just imagining a school without hope, you know, geez, like, I don't know, and I feel like this is the fan in me talking, like, you know, they had like vials of like her blood to be like the cure of the werewolf bites and stuff, so like that doesn't exist anymore, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's crazy, but there are different schools that exist. You know what I mean? Different supernatural, you know, schools that exist. So I mean, of course they find a way to work, but it's just like asking what the show is without hope. You know what I mean? And it's just we want her back. You know what I mean? Like we need her there.
Is there anything you can tease coming up that you're really excited for?
Anything I can See, when I think about it like this, it's putting me in a place of trouble, so I'm gonna let that be up to the writers to talk about in the later days. Yeah. So, yeah.
I know one thing that was talked about a lot in season 1 was the school putting limitations on like them drinking the blood of humans and things like that. Is that gonna be an ongoing theme, the struggle between how far to go with that for the vampires?
Well, I think that story is kind of central to MG and Caleb's relationship too. You know what I mean? Less than just a theme overarching. And I think it's something to mitigate, you know, because it's like Caleb at one point had a point about like, hey, like we are weak dealing with these monsters coming to attack the school, but then at the same time it's like, look, you know, at the same time we can't necessarily be predators, you know, and you look at, you know, naturally what a vampire is, it almost seems like it's a really fine line what that bliss point is, and what is that bliss point. I'd be excited to find that in the new season, you know, hopefully, because the bunny blood wouldn't cut it, so you know. Yeah.
Is there anyone that you haven't gotten to interact with as much in season 1 that you hope to see more interactions with in season 2?
So me and Josie, MG and Josie, we're supposed to be best friends. I didn't see any of that. Now look, I get it. Like there's a bunch of stuff happening. You know what I mean? Monsters coming to the school, all the relationship issues and stuff. So I understand why it didn't happen. I want maybe just a little quiet, happy moment, you know. But this is also the Vampire Diaries. Is anyone allowed to be happy?
Yeah.
Is anyone really allowed to be happy?
Maybe like a crying moment.
Right, yeah. Maybe we'll both get hurt in like in a similar way, and then we'll console each other.
There you go.
As friends. God. No, it'll be fun though. Hopefully. Yeah.
The episode where he killed Landon, that was a really like emotional, intense episode of your character. What was it like working that? And, that was when Paul Wesley directed, wasn't it? Yeah. So it was like doing an episode working with Paul Wesley and all that stuff.
Yeah. Working the thing with Paul, he definitely had that insider insight. You know what I mean? I think my situation as an actor coming into the show worked for me in a solid way because MG's a new vampire. He's new to this life, and he is trying to get used to everything. And then Quincy's new to the Vampire Diaries. He's coming into this life and trying to learn everything. So when it came to that situation of him losing himself to his emotions and things like that, Paul was he was a nice guide to help me get there and figure out what MG's vulnerability would be and how Quincy wanted to play MG's vulnerability. So it was dope. Chris was really nice to work with. Got to work with Braxton off of the Jamie Foxx show. That's nice. Chris was dope to work with. Trying to think, and the boys were definitely supportive in the whole process. So it was a good time. It was a nice moment for me as an actor too. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.